So let's talk about preliminary treatment of wastewater in the subject wastewater engineering. And the first question in front of us is saying comminutors and barminutors are used to. See, comminutors and barminutors are the word used for the common industrial term shredder. And what do these shredders do? Shredders generally cut large object to smaller object. Okay, they just cut it down, they just chop it down, they just shred it down to a small size. Okay, therefore the relevant option here is they cut large matter from wastewater to allow it to flow along with the wastewater. Okay, option C is the right one. Okay, what this comminutor or barminutor, and combinedly these devices are known as comminution devices. Okay, comminution devices. What these devices do, they act as two things. First, they trap the floating debris, and second, they shred it down, they cut it down to small particle, to small size particle, to small size matter, so that they can flow with the wastewater and then they can be treated with the normal wastewater. Okay, therefore these are the functions of comminutors and barminutor. Okay, then in grid chamber, particles settle out in the following way, and we have been provided with four types of settling. Is it zone? Is it flocculant? Is it compression? Is it discrete? Let's first see what the answer is, then we will discuss what this zone, flocculant, compression, and discrete settling is. Okay, in a grid chamber, the particle do settle out by discrete settling manner. Okay, now let's see what discrete settling is. Discrete settling is nothing but free settling. The particles go towards downward direction because of their self weight. Okay, the action of gravity is alone responsible for their settling action. Then we have the second type as flocculant settling. Particles come together, they form a large mass and then they settle. Okay, this is what flocculant settling. They form a flock, that's why the name flocculant settling. Then zone settling is there. In zone settling, the interparticle forces call or hold the particles together and then they settle as mass. Okay, the responsible factor is interparticle forces of attraction. Then we have this compression settling, which means the particle come together so close that they literally form a settleable structure and the whole structure then settles down to the bottom. Okay, this is how the settling process, the sedimentation process take place, and out of this the gravity settling, that is free settling, is the discrete settling we are talking about. In which chamber? The grid chamber. Okay, then let's go to next question, which asks us, okay, detention period of grid chamber. See, generally we adopt detention time, that is dt, for the grid chamber in between 45 second to 90 second, and the common time taken as detention time is 60 second or 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute is the common adopted detention period of grid chamber. Then velocity control section used in a grid chamber may be partial flume, proportional flow weir, then Sutro weir, or any of the above. See, we can use any of the above mentioned velocity control section for having a constant velocity rate in a grid chamber. The influent should be coming at a constant rate. That's why we do have to use these velocity control devices, and we can go for any one of them. Let it be partial flume, let it be flow weir, let it be Sutro weir. Okay, we should tick the option any of the above. Then as compared to grid chamber, a detritus tank has, see, when we are talking about detritus tank, it is used for removal of finer particle that a grid chamber cannot remove. Okay, and that's why it has more detention time. See, when you have to you are aiming for removal of finer particle that a grid chamber is removing, then you have to provide more detention time, as well as the inflow rate, the wastewater inflow rate in a detritus tank will be less. Okay, it will be having less velocity. It has more detention time, less inflow velocity. Therefore we are going to tick option A, which is correct one, more detention time. Then a detritus tank can remove any of the given particle types here. Let it be grit or any finer particle, organic matter let it be, then it can be silt or eggshell or sand. Therefore, we should tick which option? Option D. Okay. Then skimming tanks are used to remove fill in the blank and has detention time as. See, let's first focus detention time of skimming tanks. Skimming tanks are given their detention time as 3 to 5 minutes and they can remove fats, oils and grease. Okay, a skimming tank looks something like this. Let's say this is the skimming tank, then this will be the first baffle through which influent will be coming. Okay, then here baffle walls are provided where the fatty oils are there, or let's say the skim is there. Okay, the grease is there. Okay, it is taken here. Okay, all the wastewater gets collected over here and the scum, okay, all the scum, all the fats, all the oils, all the greases come over here, they float over here, and from this drain all this waste, all this floating matter, floating waste go in this drain, and after this baffle wall the wastewater proceeds ahead. Okay, what we are doing, we are simply letting all the fats, oil and grease come toward the top. Okay, and then when they come at the top, we simply remove it through a drain, via a drain. Okay, therefore the correct answer is option B, fats, oils and grease, and the DT, detention time, is 3 to 5 minutes. Then in skimming tanks aeration is done. Okay, again in skimming tank we are doing aeration in order to remove objectionable gases, then cause flocculation of colloidal matter, then skim oil to the surface of wastewater. Now let's just focus again on the diagram. Let's just see that this is the skimming chamber in the skimming tank. Now we will be having diffuse air aeration over here. Now what will happen when wastewater will be filled up here along with fats, oils and grease. Okay, now the bubbles will be attaching themselves to the particles of fats or oils or grease, or let's say any general scum is there. That particles adhere themselves to the bubbles which are being aerated by the diffuser, and they will go up, and when they finally go on the upward side they form a froth like condition over here, and they then drain themselves off into the side drain. Okay, now aeration has the added advantage of removal of objectionable gas. Then they cause flocculation of colloidal matter. Yes, small particles are there, they will be making a flock. Okay, number of fine particles of colloidal matter will be there, then bubbles of air will be coming to hold them together, they will be forming a flock, and this flock along with the air bubble will go upward, and then they will be skimmed off. Okay, then they skim oils to the surface of wastewater. Yes, all the oils are taken in upward direction by this air bubble. These are the functions of aeration or diffuse aeration in a skimming tank. That's why A is right, B is right, C is right. We will tick option D, all of the above. Okay, final question. About aerated grit chamber, which one of the following statement is correct? What is correct regarding the following statement? Okay, it is regarding aerated grit chamber. C, it helps boosting DO level of sewage. No, when we are talking about aeration in grit chamber, it has nothing to do with DO level increment of sewage. The only thing for which we are having an aerated grit chamber is to help carry the light organic matter upward and allow only grit to settle down. See, when we are having diffuse aeration in a grit chamber, we are creating rolling flow pattern in the wastewater, and this rolling velocity is kept exactly less than the critical velocity of score of grit particle. Therefore, we will be keeping the rolling velocity. Okay, the rolls of wastewater are created because of the aeration, and it will be such that it will not hamper the downward journey of grit chamber, but the light organic particle will be taken upward by the aeration. Okay, this is how aeration in a grit chamber helps us in letting the grit particle to settle down and carrying off light organic matter upward. Option B is the correct one, because we do not want organic particle to get settled down in the grid chamber. The organic matter is meant to be properly decomposed, treated in biological chambers, okay, biological treatment units. That's why we don't want organic particle to settle down along with the grid. We only want inorganic particle of sand, silt to settle down in grid chamber. Okay. So if you like the video, please press the thumbs up, subscribe to Simplified Learning, and yes, PDF of the questions which are mentioned in this video will be uploaded on Telegram channel. So do check out the Telegram channel of Simplified Learning. Also, if you are a Hindi viewer, do check out Civil Engineering in Hindi, Simplified Learning, and yes, we are on Instagram also. Do look for Simplified Learning Civil. Okay, till then, take care. Bye bye.